Hi VC, it's Aaron, Mutha Alamere. Today I'm counting down my top 60 records of 1986, and this year was the hardest year I've had to rank so far. So many of my favorite albums by certain artists were in this year, and it was just really hard to do it. But like the top 30 to 40 records of this year are just ridiculously good. Even all the way to the top 60 are great. And so this is my stack from 86 that didn't quite make it, and these are all really good records. I didn't pull anything that wasn't a possibility for this list, so those are all great. I could have added any one of those in here, and of course this is my list of my favorite records of the year, so it's not like everybody's favorites. This is just my favorites, and my only stipulation I have to do these is I have to own a physical copy of a record to put it on my list, so either some kind of physical format. So I'll get started here because I got 60 records to go here. And at number 60, one of my favorite artists, this is Greg Kihn with Love and Rock and Roll. Really good record here. Solid power pop, rock, great musicianship, killer songwriting. And it's even got Joe Satriani there playing guitar. This is the only album he played with Greg Kihn. And you can really tell when he's putting his licks in there. It's pretty cool. So yeah, there's some really good songs on this one too. That's a good record. So that's my number 60. And number 59, I've got Onslaught with The Force. Really good, solid metal record. I love this album. Great metal. This is on Combat, I believe. Let me look here. Combat Records. And yeah, it's a really good album. 7 songs. Great metal there. Number 58, I got Depths of Death by Sentinel Beast. Really good metal record here too, and this is fronted by a female, Debbie Gunn. She's a really good singer. Really good solid metal record here. I believe this is Combat as well. No, this is Metal Blade Records, and yeah, this is a good album. The song Evil is the Night is really good. They do Phantom of the Opera on here. Really cool. Great album here. At number 57, I have Praise Aloud by CJSS. So this is a kind of a super group in a way. It's got David Chastain, Russell Jenkins, Mike Skimmerhorn, and Les Sharp. And really good solid metal, great musicianship, really killer guitar work. And this is a really good record here. And this is on Leviathan Records. Good stuff. CJSS at number 57. At number 56, another great metal record. This is Impaler. If we had brains, we'd be dangerous. Pretty cool cover there. Great record, really good metal here. And this is when I first got this record, I thought it was gonna be thrash, but it's more just a straight metal record. Really good. Combat again, killer record there. Yeah, Puppet Master, Search and Destroy, Speed Thrills, great record. At number 55, got Paul Simon, Graceland. Really good record by Paul Simon. He's got a lot of African influences, African beats and stuff in there. They call him, You Can Call Me Al was the big hit. Really good. A lot of people think this is Paul Simon's best record, and it's a solid effort. And I know there's people that have put this in their top 10. So, really good record, 55. At 54, Gravedigger with War Games. This is another really good record. I love this band. Great album. It's probably my 3rd or 4th favorite record by them, but really good. This is actually a sealed copy, and really good solid stuff. They kind of look a little bit like Celtic Frost there, like early Celtic Frost, but similar style music. Really good, really heavy, bordering on thrash at times. Great stuff. At number 53, Remnants of War from Hellstar. Another great album, another great band. This is a really good one. I prefer their album before this a little bit more, but this is really good. Dark Queen is a great song. Evil Rain, you know, every song on this is good. Really good, solid metal. And this is on Combat again. Really good stuff there. At number 52, I've got Riders of Doom by Death Row. I've been showing this record a few times lately. It's a really good album. And yeah, this is a great album. The song Sam Hain, that's cool. Satan's Gift, Hell's Ascent, Spider Attack. Really good metal here. Straightforward metal. Great stuff. And now I'm up to a thrash band at number 51. This is a Canadian thrash band, Exciter, with Unveiling the Wicked. Really good album here too, and I love this band. Really been getting into them a lot, and this is another really good record by them on the Green Combat label. And yeah, they have great guitarists, really good stuff here. Great album. At number 50, I believe this band has a fairly new album out, but this is Under the Spell by Hex. Really good album. I like this band a lot, and this cover is really cool. Great metal here too. Yeah, Hell Riders, Fever Dream, it's all good. Every song on this is good. On Shrapnel, really good album there. At number 49, I've got Executioner, In the Name of Metal. Another great metal record. And when I first got this record, I was expecting a thrash album. This is just straightforward metal. Really good. Killer album. Love it. Heavy metal power trio. And there's the label. Really good album there. Executioner. At number 48, I've got Long Peter Madsen by the David Becker Tribune. So David Becker is an amazing guitarist. This is kind of like a fusion record here. Of course, he's done some metal stuff too. This is really good. I believe he played with David Lee Roth for a bit before he had some medical problems. But this is a really good record. David Becker, great guitarist. At number 47, Little Miss Dangerous from Ted Nugent. Really solid record from Nugent. It's not one of my very favorites of him, but this has got some really solid tracks on here. You know, it's Nugent. If you either love him or hate him, and that's a very odd picture of him. But yeah, this is a really good record. Of course, there's the label, pretty cool label for Atlantic, and of course the guitar works great, and really good record here. Painkiller, that's a good one. Number 46, got some Loudness. Lightning Strikes, another great band. Love this band. They're from Japan, of course. Great heavy metal band from Japan, and this has some great songs on it. I like all their albums. They're just a great band. Killer stuff. Loudness. Okay, at number 45, this is a really good album here. Fight for the Rock from Savatage. Great Florida metal band. This is just really great stuff. Love Savatage, Oliveri, and Oliveri. No, Olivia Oliveri. Yeah, John and Chris Olivia, of course. Great album. Killer band, I love them. Power of the Night's my favorite record of them, but this is right up there too with some of their later ones that are really good. Great stuff there. Okay, where am I at? Number 44. Frontal Assault from Angel Witch. Another really good metal album. Love this stuff. Just a really good, solid record. Just straightforward metal again. I mean, it looks like it'd be thrash, but this is just a great metal record on Kilowatt Records. Pretty cool. Great band here. This is a really good album. Okay, at number 43, we got Rock the Nation from Saxon. Another great band. I love Saxon. This is a really good album. All their albums are good. They don't have a bad album. And this is Rock the Nation. And it's on Capitol, Rainbow Capitol label. And yeah, we came here to rock. That's a great one. This is just Saxon. You can't go wrong with them. All their albums are so good. Number 42, got some QR3 from Quiet Riot. Great album. Of course, love Frankie Banali's drumming on The Wild and the Young. The intro, I used to love that so much when they first came out. This is a really good album, of course. Chuck Wright on the bass instead of Rudy Sarzo, but really good album. I think I like Metal Health better, but this is about tied for me with Condition Critical. It's really good. Number 41, little not metal now. A couple that aren't quite metal. Well, that aren't metal at all. License to Ill from the Beastie Boys. This is such a groundbreaking record. Fight for Your Right and Brass Monkey, of course, amongst others. On Def Jam. This is a repress, but it sounds good. It's a pretty good sounding repress, but there we go. Beastie Boys, License to Heal at 41. And at number 40, got Falco 3. Very underrated musician. I really like Falco. This album I had on cassette when it came out. Even though I was really into metal, I always liked this too. Had Rock Me Amadeus and Vienna Calling were the hits off it. Pretty good stuff. Of course, he's a infamous artist. Pretty cool. Great album there. Number 39. This is a best of album, but it's got a new song on it. And I usually am not trying to put the best ofs on here anymore, but I had to with this one. This is Who Made Who from ACDC. Great record. I listened to this to death when it came out, and I really love the title song. If it would have been just all straightforward best of, I wouldn't have used it, but that title song, Who Made Who, is so good. Of course, got a bunch of their classics on there as well. Really good stuff here. And this is on the Atlantic. Number 38, we got Saint with Time's End. Really good band here. Great record. I love this. Really killer Christian metal band. And this is a great record here. This is there's the label. This is an original copy of it, and I've really been getting into this a lot. Of course, Scott Waters did his company to repress, and he redid the cover. Looks slightly different, but very close though. The back is what I noticed the most difference on. But really great record there. Number 37. This is a great record. It's not metal, but it's a great record. This is Crowded House. Love this album. This is an amazing, amazing album all the way through. It's got the big hits, World Where You Live, Don't Dream It's Over, Something So Strong. But this whole album is great. They're by the Australian band Crowded House. Really good stuff. This one has aged well. Very, very, very well. A lot of stuff from that era really doesn't age that well. That one does. Or did. So up next, I've got number 36. Really good record. I love this album. Shot in the Dark from Great White. Killer album. I love Great White, especially the early Great White. It's kind of like Def Leppard. It's like the earlier stuff by them is better, and kind of they faded a little. But you know, the first 5 or 6 records from Great White are really good. And this is their second full length, and it's a really good album. Love it. Number 35, another one of my favorite bands here, Russian Roulette from Accept. Great record. I love Accept. I believe this is the last one with Udo, and then before he came back, of course, but this is a really good record. It's not in my top 3 or 4 Accept, but it's a great record. Of course, I like Restless and Wild and Balls to the Wall are my 2 favorites, but this and Metal Heart, those 3. And then this one's right next. It's really good. Okay, number 34, the debut EP from Guns N' Roses, Live Like a Suicide. Really great record. It's just 4 songs, Restless Life, Nice Boys, Move to the City, and the Aerosmith cover of Mama Can. But it's what started their career. This is a repress. It might be unofficial, but this sounds amazing. This is one of the best sounding records I have. And here's the vinyl. Kind of different looking. On the Uzi Suicide label. But this album just sounds amazing. It played at 45 RPM, and it's amazing sounding. Great record. When I had Lies, I listened to that so much. I mean, when Lies first came out, that is. Up at number 33, we got Metal Church with The Dark. Great album. This is such a good album. And like I said, this list is just crazy good. So there's Metal Church with The Dark at 33, and on Elektra. Great album all the way through. Excellent. Number 32. Great thrash album here. I love this record. This is Tied to the Tracks by Purgatory. And this is an original pressing of it. Great album. Killer thrash music. If you like thrash and don't know this one, check it out. It's great. Really good stuff here. Purgatory, Tied to the Tracks. And at number 30. Love this record. I still have my old cassette. I've heard this since '86. It's a White Tiger, self-titled. Mark St. John right there from Animalize from Kiss. And this is a really good record. I love this. Rock Warriors, Bad Time Coming. Really good stuff. Good like glam metal greatness. Love White Tiger. All right, now we're getting into my top 30. This is number 30. Great album here. I love this one. Medal of Honor from TT Quick. This is a killer record. That title song is so good, but the whole thing's good. Even their version of Glad All Over is pretty good, but that's probably the weakest on here, but this is a great record. Really good stuff. Medal of Honor. Just straightforward metal. Great stuff. Number 29. This is a kind of a new wave power pop. I like to compare them, like if I was to describe them, it's kind of like a mixture of the Cars and Lou Reed with a little bit of goth. It's the Nils, Dangerous Dreams. Really good, killer, catchy, really different, great songwriting, amazing lyrics, and the song Things You Left Behind. Check that song out. It's really good. Dig Myself a Hole. This is a great record all the way through. Really good. If you like any of those bands I just mentioned, any of those groups, check this out. You'll like it. It's really good. Okay, at number 28. Heavier Than Thou. The Rods. Amazing record. I love this one. The Rods they're an amazing band. I just got into them about a couple years ago, and I love them. This is the record I've heard the most of them, actually. And I love this album. It's killer all the way through. Amazing metal. Killer stuff, the Rods. Number 27. One of my favorite live albums ever. If this was longer, if this is a double record, it would have made my top 20 for sure. But this year is just so hard. Alive and Screaming from Crocus. Love this record. The songs actually sound better on this. Long Stick Goes Boom, when it starts off with that, just is killer. Got Screaming in the Night, Eat the Rich, Midnight Maniacs, Headhunter. Really great sounding live. This is just an amazing live record. I love it. There's the inner sleeve, and it's just on the Arista label. But this is a great live record. All right, so we're at number 26, and my favorite album by this artist, and I love this artist. This is Yngwie Malmsteen with Trilogy. Love this album. I had this on cassette right when it came out. Listened to it to death. I still love it. The instrumental stuff's great. It's really cool because he has songs with singing with Jeff Scott Soto, I believe, was a singer, and they're really good. You Don't Remember, I'll Never Forget, songs like that. And love this record. Yngwie, one of my favorite guitarists. It's on Polydor, and this is a great cover too. All right, number 25. Can't believe this is so low because I love this record. It's just that all this stuff is so good. This could easily be in my top 20, 15, even 10 maybe, but this is Judas Priest with Turbo. One of the most underrated Judas Priest records. I love this album. I don't care what anyone says. I don't mind the synth sounds of the guitars. They actually add to it on this. I got a repress of this, the 30th anniversary. It sounds amazing, but this is a really good record. Turbo Lover. Out in the Cold is so good. Hot for Love. I like the Rock You All Around the World. Great record. I love this album. Of course, it's typical, and it's on Columbia. So, this is down at 25. It's just crazy how good this year was. I know there's some people who don't care for that one, but I really like it. So, number 24. This is a great band. Sirith Ungol, One Foot in Hell. Amazing record. I love every one of their records. Their new one, Forever Black, is amazing. I love that one. And this here, pretty cool label there. It's a repress, but amazing sounding repress. Killer album. Sirith Ungol, very underrated band. Killer stuff. Okay, number 23, the debut. And probably my favorite by this band. Look What the Cat Dragged In from Poison. Of course, it's had all those big hits on it, but, say what you want about them. There's really good songs on this. I really like Cry Tough. The title song's great. Blame It On You. Number One Bad Boy. Good stuff. And there's the label. And at number 22, and if this would have been a full-length record, it would have been higher for sure, because I love this album. It's got 5 songs. Raven with Mad. Amazing Raven record. I love this. One of my favorites by them, actually. Really love this album. This EP. Great stuff. Raven's so good. And this album just is heavy and killer. Great record there. Number 21. I wanted this in my top 10, but there's just so much good stuff I couldn't do it. This is Rough Cut Wants You, their second album. Their first album, I did it wrong. I was looking at Wikipedia at the years, and I put it in my 84 video, and it was in my top 5 in 84, their debut. And it was actually, 84, it should have been 85, I think, so. But this album is just as good. This is actually a little heavier. It's a great record. Rock the USA, Don't Settle for Less, Take a Chance. This is just great. Paul Sortino, such a good singer, and this band is so underrated. One of my favorite bands of the 80s. Love Rough Cut. Even though they only had 2 albums. If they would have had more albums, they would have been one of my favorites for sure. Okay, at number 20. 5150 from Van Halen. Such a killer record. The debut of Sammy Hagar. And amazing songs on this. Summer Nights has always been my favorite song on this album. But, Get Up, that's another great one. The singles, they're a little overplayed, but I still love Why Can't This Be Love. They're all good. It's a great record. I love this. Great record. Okay, at number 19. This, back in 86, this would have been in my top 5. But a lot of other albums have passed it for me over the years, even though I still love this record. This is Slippery and Wet from Bon Jovi. And, it's the one that made them huge. All those huge hits on it, of course. You Give Love a Bad Name is the one that really broke them. Everyone started taking notice. And then Living on a Prayer and Wanted Dead or Alive. But, Raise Your Hands is on here. Let It Rock. Wild in the Streets. I Die For You. I always like that song. Great album. And, this is on Mercury. Reminds me of the 80s Kiss, that label. But a great record. 19. Number 18. The Final Frontier from Keel. Love this record. This might be my favorite Keel record. I just love it all the way through. Rock and Roll Animal, so good. They do a really good version of Because the Night on here too. That's really cool. Raised on Rock, Great record from Keel. Mark Ferrari, killer guitarist. Great record. Okay, at number 17, and some people are going to kill me for this, but this is like my 4th favorite album by this band. It's a lot of people's favorite. It's Rain and Blood from Slayer, and this is an amazing record. Like I said, everything in my top 20 is absolute classics to me. Every one of them. This is an amazing record. Love it. Every song's good. Just amazing. Slayer, It's on white vinyl. And white kind of a bone with, that's not scratch, that's just how the different colors have been mixed in. Pretty cool, but this is an amazing record. Like I said, this is actually like my 4th favorite by them though. So their other ones will rank a little higher than even though, there's some people who think that's their best, a lot of people. And I can't argue with it, Everyone likes what they like. Number 16. Actually, my second favorite album by them. Headhunter's better. But Change of Address from Crocus. I love this album. It's one of my favorite albums. Love it. Every song is killer on this. I know it's a little bit more commercial than some of their others, but I just love the songs on here. They're just great. Let This Love Begin, I've talked about before. Burning Up the Night, Hard Luck Hero, Hot Shot City, World on Fire. Great stuff. School's Out's pretty good, but that's the weakest track because it's the cover, but it's still good. Okay, number 15. Here's another classic. Wow, I love this album. Eat 'Em and Smile from David Lee Roth. Killer album. Love this. Yankee Rose, Shy Boy. Every song's so good. Elephant Gun, I love that one. Bump and Grind. Great album. David Lee Roth. I like this better than 5150. A lot of people are the other way, but this is just such a rocking album. Steve Vai, Billy Sheehan, Bissonette. Great stuff. And at number 14, this is actually my favorite album by this artist as a solo artist, but it's so good. I love this album. The Ultimate Sin from Ozzy Osbourne. Amazing. I love this. you know, the title song, Lightning Strikes, Thank God for the Bomb, Never Know Why. Amazing record. I love this Ozzy record. 86 was a beast, I'm telling you. It's just so good. So many great records this year. And yeah, that's pretty weird. This is my favorite Ozzy record, and it's only at 14, but these records coming up are so good. And this here is my second favorite by this artist, Alice Cooper, Constrictor. Love this record. Man, I got this on cassette, and everyone's like, "You're getting that weirdo? Why are you buying that weird music?" And I just love this. You know, He's Back, The Man Behind the Mask. I love that one. Teenage Frankenstein. Simple Disobedience. That is so killer. Oh, man. Crawling. Love this album. Of course, it had Kip Winger on the bass, Kane Roberts on the guitar. Really good. It's when he was starting to go metal. Really killer record. Number 12. Oh, man. So good. Debut. Mechanical Resonance from Tesla. Such a good record. I love this album. Easy Come, Easy Go. Everyone knows it. You know, Getting Better, Too Late for Love, Little Susie, Modern Day Cowboy, and on and on. Amazing debut album. Killer album. Love this album so much. Tesla, Mechanical Resonance. Okay, at number 11, my favorite soundtrack ever, my favorite by this band, Trick or Treat from Fastway. Love this record. You know, After Midnight, but then you got like Tear Down the Walls and Get Tough. Heft on here, I like better than the other version. If you could see, just every song. I love this record. And it's so good. It's on Columbia. Love this. My favorite soundtrack ever. So now I'm up to my top 10, and this is where it gets, I mean, it's just crazy how good these records are. My favorite album by Motorhead, Orgasmatron, number 10. Love this album. That title song, that's my favorite Motorhead song. I love this record. It's amazing. Love it. Orgasmatron, number 10. There's the label. Yeah, man, Claw, that's so good. Mean Machine, Built for Speed. Love this. Dr. Rock, man, this is so good. So, number 9, this album. When I first got this record, I was totally blown away. Never heard anything quite like it, and I still haven't. And one of the best guitar-driven records of all time. Just the guitar is nuts on this record. Amazing. Vinnie Vincent Invasion. Amazing. Totally unique record. It's just crazy good. Boys, this is still the copy I bought when it came out. And, you know, it's a bit wore out because I listened to it to death. And made to be played at maximum volume. Says it right in there. Every song's good. You know, I just love this album. Boys Are Gonna Rock, No Substitute, Animal, you know. Baby O was always, I love that song. Back on the Streets with Vinny singing half, killer stuff. Number 8, my favorite album by this band. And I love this album, Dancing Undercover from Rat. Amazing record. You know, Out of the Cellar, Invasion of Your Privacy are amazing, great records, but this has always been my favorite. It just has this weird, great flow that goes all the way through it, just from beginning to end. It's just, you know, Dance to One Good Lover, Drive Me Crazy, Slip of the Lip. You know, the second side's great too, Looking for Love, 7th Avenue, It Doesn't Matter, Take a Chance, Enough is Enough. Love this record. I never get tired of it. And it's my favorite by Rat. Love that album. Number 7, one of my favorite debuts of all time. One of my favorite hard rock, metal, whatever you want to call it. Just love this record. Cinderella, Night Songs. Great stuff here. I remember when this came out, I was just freaking out over it. Me and my friends wouldn't shake me with the first video, and they're like, "Oh my God, this is so killer," and it is. You know, I saw them live on this tour, and they were heavier live. Did every song on here except for Hell on Wheels when I saw them. So good. Amazing record. Love it. Number 6, my favorite album by this band. It's just like every one of these, my favorite album by these bands. It's crazy this year. Rage for Order from Queensryche. Man, I love this. Walk in the Shadows is my favorite Queensryche song. Love this whole record. It's amazing all the way through. Just great. I love this. So my top 5. course, I'm looking through, and no, they're not all my favorite, but by the bands, but these are all just great. Number 5, my favorite album by Black and Blue, Nasty Nasty. This is such a good record. Love this album. It's got a lot of Kiss influence. Gene Simmons co-wrote it. The song Nasty Nasty, Kiss kind of used that riff in the song Domino, which is pretty cool. And Kiss of Death kind of has riffs from like Only You from The Elder. Some of the, if you hear them back to back, you can like, oh wow, that's very similar. Every song's good. Peter Criss appears and along with Ron Keel on Best in the West doing some backing vocals. I'll Be There For You should have been a #1 hit single. Does here, doesn't. I Want It All, I Want It Now. Just amazing record. If you don't know Black and Blue very well, this song, I mean, this album is just so good. I love it. So number 4. Another one of my favorites. I'd say that a lot, but it is. This is Inside the Electric Circus from Wasp. This album just means so much to me. I've heard it so much, and every song, just has such good stuff. I mean, it starts off with the big welcome Inside the Electric Circus, which is killer. I Don't Need No Doctor, really cool cover. They also do Easy Living, another cool cover. But the other songs, 95 Nasty, Restless Gypsy is amazing. Oh man, Shoot From the Hip, I love it. I'm Alive, so killer. Mantronic, Sweet Cheetah. This album just is killer. It's on blue vinyl. I had an original copy of it, but I had a bunch of water damage, so when I found a repress, I got it, and it sounds amazing. One of my favorite records of all time. And number 3, another amazing, amazing record. Iron Maiden, Somewhere in Time. Just a killer album. One of my top 3, probably my 3rd favorite Maiden after Peace of Mind and the first one. This is probably number 3 for me. Love this record. I mean, it's just amazing. Wasted Years, of course. Sea of Madness. Loneliness of a Long Distance Runner. Stranger in a Strange Land was always one of my very favorites. Alexander the Great and Deja Vu. Amazing record. Killer stuff here. Iron Maiden, Somewhere in Time. So that leaves my top 2, and most people have probably figured out what they are, but maybe not the order. But I know this is a lot of people's number 1, but for me, Master of Puppets, number 2, Metallica. Love this record. Of course, who doesn't that likes metal? It's actually my 3rd favorite Metallica record after Ride the Lightning and Kill 'Em All. But this album just is so amazing. The Thing That Should Not Be, I always thought was like the ultimate headbanging song. Leper Messiah, of course, Dave Mustaine wrote the riffs of that. Orion, the amazing instrumental. Damage Inc., Disposable Heroes, everyone knows this. Amazing record. And this is a really good repress. I also have an original that's pretty beat up, but amazing. Last album of Cliff Burton, one of my favorite bass player ever, and that album is just so killer. It would have been number 1, except for number 1, which is Peace Sells from Megadeth. My favorite thrash album of all time. I love this record. This is the album that got me into thrash. Wake Up Dead is just so amazing. The Conjuring, Peace Sells. Devil's Island is frenetic. Good Morning Black Friday, I always love that. Bad Omen, My Last Words. Even the cover, I Ain't Superstitious, I like. Great lineup from Megadeth. An amazing record. And it's an original press here that sounds really killer. I've had other copies. This one always sounded the best, so I've always kept this, even though it's a little worn. Can't get rid of it. It's just number 1, Megadeth, Peace Sells, but who's buying? Number 2, Master of Puppets from Metallica. Number 3, Iron Maiden with Somewhere in Time. Number 4, Inside the Electric Circus from Wasp. Number 5, Nasty Nasty from Black and Blue. Number 6, Rage for Order from Queensryche. Number 7, Night Songs from Cinderella. Number 8, Dancing Undercover from Rat. Number 9, Vinnie Vincent Invasion. Number 10, Orgasmatron from Motorhead. Number 11, Trick or Treat soundtrack by Fastway. Number 12, Mechanical Resonance from Tesla. Number 13, Alice Cooper with Constrictor. Number 14, The Ultimate Sin from Ozzy Osbourne. Number 15, Eat 'Em and Smile, David Lee Roth. Number 16, Change of Address, Crocus. Number 17, Rain and Blood from Slayer. Number 18, Final Frontier from Keel. Number 19, Slippery and Wet from Bon Jovi. Number 20, 5150, Van Halen. Number 21, Rough Cut Wants You. 22, Mad by Raven. 23, Poison, Look What the Cat Dragged In. 24, One Foot in Hell, Serathon Ghoul. 25, Turbo from Judas Priest. 26, Trilogy from Yngwie Malmsteen. 27, Alive and Screamin', Crocus. 28, The Rods, Heavier Than Thou. 29, Dangerous Dreams from The Nails. Number 30, Medal of Honor, TT Quick. 31, White Tiger. 32, Tied to the Tracks from Purgatory. 33, The Dark, Metal Church. 34, Live Like a Suicide, Guns N' Roses. 35, Russian Roulette from Accept. 36, Shot in the Dark, Great White. 37, Crowded House. 38, Time's In, Saint. 39, Who Made Who, ACDC. Number 40, Falco 3. 41, License to Ill from Beastie Boys. 42, QR3. 43, Rock the Nation, Saxon. 44, Frontal Assault, Angel Witch. 45, Fight for the Rock, Savatage. 46, Lightning Strikes, Loudness. 47, Little Miss Dangerous, Ted Nugent. 48, Long Peter Madsen, David Becker Tribune. 49, In the Name of Metal, Executioner. Number 50, Under the Spell from Hex. 51, Unveiling the Wicked, Exciter. 52, Riders of Doom, Death Row. 53, Remnants of War, Hellstar. 54, War Games from Gravedigger. 55, Graceland, Paul Simon. 56, If We Had Brains We'd Be Dangerous from Impaler. 58, Praise the Loud, CJSS. 59, Depths of Death, Sentinel Beast. 59, The Force, Onslaught. I think I messed up there. And number 60, Love and Rock and Roll from Greg Ken Band. So, that was just a crazy good year, 86. And I know the next few years might even get better. But I don't know about the very top how good all those were. But I know my favorite years actually in music were like 88 to 92. So, man, they're going to be good. So, everybody, until next time, thanks a lot for watching. And stay heavy, stay metal. Rock on. Goodbye.